Ladies and
Hallöchen, meine lieben Freunde.
Willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge 3 Minutes to Midnight. Wir stehen hier von Joseph, der wunderschöne Sachen daher schreit. Ich finde es schön, dass die immer ein bisschen so interagieren, wenn man nichts macht, aber wir müssen mit ihm jetzt mal sprechen.
Roosevelt's fireside chats. I should never have let him do this. I cannot stop him now. Good or bad, I must allow him to continue. Thank goodness there are not many people here. By Roosevelt's fireside, I should... Joseph Buckingham, my right-hand man, and one hell of a janitor.
Das ist aber gemein mit der rechten Hand.
Hey Buckingham, why don't you take a breather? Oh, it's kind of embarrassing hearing you huffing and puffing like that.
Look who's talking, Captain Pipe Clogger.
Dann haben wir zumindest
I can't believe she just took it. That does it, Eliza. From this day on, no more tiny umbrellas in your cocktails. Yeah, that'll teach her.
I keep a spare one on me at all times.
Damn you, Eliza, and your bottomless pockets. You better return it without a scratch.
Jetzt hat er es gemerkt, dass wir das Ding genommen haben. Gut, da haben wir das einmal erledigt. Ich habe gedacht, dass er vielleicht das Singen anfängt oder so. Deswegen wollte ich mit ihm noch sprechen. Das hat sich jetzt aber einmal erledigt fürs Erste.
Haphazardly parking like this. Ugh. I wish there were a way to monetize inappropriate automotive positioning. Oh. Ho ho ho. It appears Christmas came early this year.
Gut. Der ist es. Das ist der, was bei Mike auf dem Tisch ging ist.
You can stop pretending, Mr. Vasquez. No one is watching. I am pleased to see you have everything up and running already.
Then I guess you're here for an update on Operation Trash Collection.
In due time. First, I would like to talk about something else.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I am making an effort to get to know my constituents. Would you tell me a little bit about your background?
I guess. Sure. Anything in particular?
Tell me more about your life before coming here.
No,
man.
You know I'm not allowed to talk about my time spent with the organization.
Of course you can. What's the worst they can do? Burn you? Oh, right. Too late for that.
Actually, revealing the secrets of the PMF might get us both killed.
Spare me the drama. As far as they know, this conversation never happened.
The Plausible Mission Force is an independent espionage agency. We take the hard missions, but not the impossible ones.
Why are you no longer working with them? And do not give me that for the love of taco speech.
As you know, Senora Barrett, the BMF has disavowed me. My last mission was... oh, how to put it? My last taco was a bit more than I could chew. You sure you have time for this? It's a long story.
Naja, gut.
Indulge me, please.
A year ago, the BMF was dealing with a mission of the utmost importance.
Let me guess.
Verhindert, dass ein biochemischer Virus die menschliche Rasse auslöscht, damit die Identitäten all unserer Geheimagenten nicht in falsche Hände geraten und die Welt vor thermomonokularen Kernschmelze zu spüren.
Preventing a biochemical virus from wiping out the human race?
Oh, Senora, they had tickets for the World Series. Anyway, the agency head came to me with a mission he knew I could handle better than anyone. There was a mole in the PMF. The mission, which I chose to accept, was to find the mole and neutralize them.
Quite an interesting task, Mr. Vasquez. What happened next?
Something that will haunt me all my life. My best friend, Diego Traicionero, was the mole all along. Who could have guessed, right? I had just found him out, and I was giving the boss a status report. During his daughter's quinceañera, but that bastardo sniped him from 3 blocks away. Right in front of me. The party was full of cops too, So I was taken in as a suspect. Diego used the chance to drop the more charges on me, on top of the assassination. Everyone bought it, because only the boss had known about my assignment. I fled, but not before sweating revenge on that pendejo, Diego Traicionero.
When I become president, I shall appoint you head of the PMF, and gift-wrap that Diego Traicionero bastard for you.
Ay, Senora Barrett, you're gonna make Otequiro cry.
How did the organization begin?
We started at the bottom, rescuing stray cats stuck in trees.
I am on the edge of my seat. Please tell me more. It is so fascinating.
Escúcheme bien, Senora Barrett. Sometimes, even a cat stuck in a tree can be a matter of life or death. So don't judge a mission on its apparent simplicity.
Hard not to. What was your last successful mission?
One of my final assignments was to deal with one of the world's deadliest Soviet spies. His code name was Petrov. His main mission was to turn American agents into sleeper agents for the other side. It was one of the most difficult missions I ever went on. He outwitted us at every turn.
What happened then?
He fled the country with his daughter Natasha. But thanks to an American agent they call Coconut Tree, we tracked him down to his safe house in Paris. We cornered him and disposed of him like the Soviet dog he was.
I did not realize you and Maxwell knew each other.
No mames! You're telling me that beat you away from the tiki bar is the Coconut Tree?
You really did not know? I thought you worked together.
We've collaborated, but I've never actually met him. If I had, I'd already have his autograph. That man's a legend.
What a marvelous coincidence that you are both here. You should go over to the Kamehameha and drink to the success of that mission you mentioned.
Actually, we have a lot to discuss. That case is still technically open. See, we know Petrov had a collaborator, and they're the ones trying to carry out his mission now. Something smells rotten in the state of New Mexico, and it's not just my food truck.
Let us focus on the task at hand. Do you know anything about the accident over at the motel?
Based on the debris and the specific way the plane's been damaged, well, it sounds improbable, but it looks like it went down because of a mid-air collision.
A mid-air collision? Lincoln is too good of a pilot to not have seen something coming towards him. Besides, if that's what happened, where's the other plane? By Fillmore's accidental presidency. Maybe that is what the military is hiding out in the desert.
Okay.
Did you notice the military base that suddenly appeared out in the desert?
I saw they were building something out there, yeah. After the convoy went through town, I snuck out to the desert to see what was going on.
Well, what are you waiting for? Spill the frijoles.
Oh, those frijoles are gonna cost you, Senora Barrett.
That is preposterous, Mr. Vasquez. I am not paying you for information you already have.
And my lips are sealed, sorry.
Let's discuss the operation.
What about it?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to go over the plan from the beginning.
I gotta infiltrate Mike's diner and collect enough evidence to put that filthy pendejo out of business. Whatever it takes.
And once you have all that information,
I'll make an anonymous call to the health inspector to shut the place down. Simple. A la parque efectivo.
leave the customers out of it. Nothing must happen to them.
Senora Barrett, I'm a professional.
Good. Make sure you don't engage with my offspring either.
El Diablo del Taco.
You look quite tired. Is there anything you need to discuss before we greenlight the operation?
It's nothing serious, Senora Barrett. I'm just having a little trouble sleeping.
How so?
Well, either I'm thinking too much about the target, or I'm still not used to the safe house. Oh, and I wanted to talk about the uniform and the truck.
Is the target giving you nightmares too?
Oh, no. That way doesn't scare me at all.
Then what is it? Are you having second thoughts?
I'm a professional. I'll get it done. It's just, well, maybe it's none of my business, but he really doesn't seem like such a bad guy.
You are right, Mr. Vasquez. It is none of your business. What is the issue with your uniform?
El uniforme está bien chido, señora Barrett. Gracias. It's just a bit tight in certain areas.
Well, our choices were a bit limited. You're lucky that this gentleman wore the same size as you, and that his clothes survived the collision, even though he did not.
That explains the olor a muerto. Couldn't you have taken the uniform off the ice cream truck driver?
Well, I would have, but someone beat me to it.
Who would steal a uniform off a corpse? I mean, present company excluded.
I have a terrible feeling that I will find out very soon. Regardless, please do not forget to return that uniform when we have finished. If too many corpses turn up mysteriously naked, the mortician might start asking questions. What did you want to tell me about the truck?
Ja, jetzt haben wir eben der für Dialog so. Wobei, wir mussten ja nicht alles durchgehen, aber im Endeffekt möchte man das ja irgendwie. Aber wird schon ein bisschen anstrengend, das muss ich schon sagen. Obwohl sie lustig sind, die Dialoge. Das muss man auch wieder lassen, sie sind schon lustig.
Is there something about the safe house keeping you away?
Yeah, either the bright green glow or the screams of the ratas melting in the chemical waste.
If you do not like your safe house, you can always sleep in the truck.
Never mind, I'll learn to live amongst the waste. Who knows, it might give me some superpowers.
I believe cancer is a more likely outcome.
Das Superkrebs.
No mames way.
I must say, I thought you fellows at the PMF were made of tougher stuff.
You're right, Señora Barrett. Ya no me voy a quejar nomás, I swear.
I hope that is Spanish for I will work quickly and without any complaints. Let me see if your cover stands up to scrutiny. Good day, Taco Smith. I have never before eaten the foods of Mexico. What do you recommend?
Claro, señora. Tengo tacos, tamales, and churros, of course.
Tell me more about the tacos.
I'm the Joe Louis of Tacosmann. I prepare them with the handmade taco shell tortilla, with cheese, cilantro, onion, aguacate, and my secret salsa. Buena suerte o vaya con Dios.
Is that very spicy?
Triple jalapeno and habanero, plain and simple. Pica un chingo.
I will take that as a yes. Tell me more about the tamales.
Los tamales son lo mejor. Especially when dealing with rowdy children who are picky about their food.
Can you put broccoli in them?
You can put anything in them. Pollo, ternera, cerdo, verduras, you name it.
Intriguing. Perhaps my offspring would enjoy broccoli tamales for dinner. Tell me more about the churros.
Tasty churros. No one knows their origin, and no one really cares. They come in all sorts of flavors like...
Ah, yes. I used to eat them every weekend in London with my mother.
Let me stop you right there, Señora Barrett. What those pinche Brits did to the recipe should be considered culinary terrorism.
Come on now. It is quite normal to dip things in Marmites.
Cállese la boca, Señora Barrett. Wars have been declared for less.
Do you do croquetas?
Those are not Mexican, Señora Barrett. If you want fancy food, get yourself to Paris.
Excellent. You passed my little test.
Years of experience and rigorous training, Señora. Also, a lifetime full of my abuelita's cooking.
That will be enough. You seem to know your business fairly well. Did Michael take the bait?
He sure did. Miguel already picked up about 10 of those maps and took them home.
He did? Do we already have some recordings?
Yes, but... I'm not sure you want to hear these. It's mostly him talking while doing various chores. You know, in the kitchen, the bedroom, also in the shower.
I hate to ask, but what is happening in his kitchen?
I think you should hear for yourself.
Time to practice the forbidden recipes.
Oh god.
The ones all walkers know not to cook in front of witnesses.
Perfect. Whatever disgusting concoction he is making will be enough proof to...
Perfectly cooked risotto ai funghi. Followed by this tender beef stroganoff with a side of Caesar salad and, last but not least, a delicious lemon drizzle cake.
That filthy slime ball actually knows how to cook?
And quite well, apparently.
That mother cooker! I know this is a disgusting question, but what is happening in his bedroom?
He has some strange dreams. Here, let me just...
Yes, I've been working out. Thanks for noticing, Eliza. Mexican food is a lie. Ha! Strawberry. Michael Walker, the new mayor of... Yes, Mr. President, I have your meatballs right here.
Turn it off, Mr. Vasquez. I have heard more than enough. What is happening in his... Oh, I do not even want to say it.
It looks like the shower is where Mike practices his, musical talents. You'd better hear this.
I am running for mayor. Eliza will tear her hair. I'm gonna beat her. Gonna defeat her. She's gonna scream and cry. Then hopefully she'll die. New on my menu. Mayor a la fondue.
That son of a... Well, at least I know what he is up to. What else is on this recording?
About 3 hours of, well, this.
Never mind. Just tell me when you have something of use. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is our likelihood of success?
If God is willing, the winds favor us, and there are no black cats on the streets, 11.
Mr. Vasquez, overconfidence always leads to failure.
No dude de mí, Senora Barrett. Come on, ask me anything. Let me put your mind at ease.
Oh.
What is your backup plan? Remember, if you get caught or killed, I will disavow any knowledge of your actions and condemn them immediately.
Ah, no se preocupe, Senora Barrett. I've done through that dune more than once. If they capture me, me bebo el cianuro, and problem solved.
Oh.
Do you still have access to any espionage resources?
Ah, Senora Barrett, I might be an outcast from the force, but I still have true friends there.
Wonderful. Call for backup. We could use all the help we can get.
Backup? Over a pinche diner? Nah, no mames. If word spreads that I can't take care of this on my own, I'll be a laughingstock among spies everywhere.
A sacrifice I am more than willing to make.
Ouch, Senora Barrett. You're hurting mi corazoncito.
My family has tried and failed to take that place down for generations. Do not underestimate that son of a rocky oyster. Would you consider a more hands-on
Naja, er
approach?
scheint ja dann gestorben zu sein.
I told
Ne?
you when you hired me. Tequiro Vasquez no es un asesino.
Shall we change the subject?
I'm all ears.
Never mind. I would like to pursue other topics of conversation.
You're the boss, Senora Barrett.
I need you to return to the safe house immediately.
No mames. What happened now? Did we get busted?
No, nothing like that. I just need you to go there because of reasons.
Is this a test, Senora Barrett? You were very specific about me not leaving my post.
Mr. Vasquez, your dedication is admirable, but you must go back to the safe house now.
If you want me to deviate from the plan that much, you need to tell me what's going on. Something's fishy about this. I don't think you're a woman who changes her mind on a whim.
Jo.
Well, since you insist, and because I appreciate your thoroughness, I'm being forced by a hardened criminal to rob the bank, or he will kill Father Jenkins. It probably goes without saying, but there cannot be any witnesses.
Wait, you really aren't joking, are you?
No.
No mames. You know what kind of trouble you could get in for that?
Do you think I want to do this? What choice do I have?
Well, Senora, listen. I would be happy to help you, but my contract only covers our original deal.
So, are you leaving?
Shouldn't you tell Amos about the padre?
Trust me, everything is under control.
Whatever you say, Senora Baird. Just don't get too involved.
If he said he will be leaving, he will be leaving.
Alter.
No need to rush him. Anyway, we still have other matters to attend to. Not yet. We have no other choice but to follow Mr. Riley's orders. For now.
Ich weiß nicht, da geht ja richtig ab in der Küche, ne? Geil. So, ihm könnten wir ja, wenn wir Glück haben. Aha.
Mr. Huckleberry, ruining someone's night, I see.
Ruin? No way! My music's gonna lull them into the sweetest dreams they've ever had.
Or nightmares.
Are you here for a reason, or did you just drop by to needle me?
How are things with your baby girl?
She's not the same after that filthy pig put his grubby hands on her.
At least the two of you have been reunited.
I'm thinking of suing the sheriff's office over this.
No, they cannot afford a lawsuit.
Sorry, Miss Mayor, but I feel I deserve compensation for this.
Listen to me, you paltry excuse for a musician. If you so much as look up a lawyer's phone number, I will make sure your baby girl disappears forever. Get ready to play the tambourine, because you will never see your guitar again. I see your recent encounter with the sheriff has taught you well.
Yeah, I want to keep my distance from that guitar napper.
I have a request, Mr. Huckleberry, if you are up to the task.
Let me guess. Hail to the chief?
Actually, I was going to ask if you could play something to make people leave the park.
You want me to play badly?
Yes, just the usual.
Oh, not to be rude, but this isn't really the kind of gig I had in mind.
Goodbye.
Go with the flow. Just a second, ma'am. Before you go, could I interest you in my songwriting skills? I could create a real catchy theme song for your campaign.
Interest is a strong word. But your music might just get me the youth vote. I suppose it is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Let me jam you the jammiest jam that's ever been jammed. Pretty good, huh? Got a real political vibe. Well, when do I start?
After much more consideration than you deserve, I have decided that I want you as far away from me and my campaign as physically possible.
Achso, ich dachte, vielleicht kann man ihm
Mr. Huckleberry.
Für die Bar, ne?
It is a bit late for your tuneless screeching. Please call it a night.
Why would I do that? I just got started.
How do I put this subtly?
Ma'am, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Alrighty then. Mr. Huckleberry, are you aware that people are joining this space program because of you?
I don't think I follow.
Simply put, your infernal screeching is so horrible that some of our fellow citizens would rather strap themselves to a missile and be shot into the vastness of space just to get as far away from you and your music as humanly possible. Perhaps a tad harsh, but it did get him to stop playing. Now, if I could only find a way to make him leave as well. Goodbye, Mr. Huckleberry.
Go with the flow, Miss Mayor.
Ja, hat der uns nicht so ein Ding mitgegeben, einen Flyer für so einen Musiker suchen?
I have socialized.
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
checke nicht. Haben wir sowas nicht gekriegt? Er sucht einen Musiker, ne? Also wir haben den Vertrag nicht. Und das ist es ja gegangen. Den Vertrag wird man brauchen. Stimmt.
As mayor, you might assume I have certain, but the last thing my campaign needs, if you want to look through. Mr. De Luca?
Yeah?
On behalf of my dear friend Maxwell, I must ask you for something.
The bartender. What does he need now?
He requires an additional copy of the contract you drafted for him. The original has been misplaced.
Sorry, Syndica, but 3 copies are more than enough.
I shall leave you to your duties, Mr. De Luca.
Okay, wäre zu einfach gewesen. Das wäre zu einfach gewesen. Und wie kommen wir jetzt dann an den Vertrag?
Mr. Harrelson.
Mayor Barrett, did you want something?
We will speak later.
Sure.
And you said your sister's in the hospital? How can she afford that?
The mayor said she'd cover it.
The mayor? Ha! You're lucky you don't have a mailbox she could slip the bill into. What's wrong with your sister anyway?
The doctor says she has something called mortitep pulvicitis. But they said she's doing well, all things considered.
All right. Hey, I bet you kids would like some cake and soda, wouldn't you?
Yay!
That'll be $9.99 each, excluding tip.
Nay!
Hey, don't look at me like that. I don't set the prices.
Gut, Freunde. Ja, ich würde aber trotzdem sagen, hier machen wir mal wieder Schluss. Ein bisschen was haben wir ja. Wir haben jetzt die Dialoge angehört. Wir wissen, wir brauchen den Vertrag. Wir werden jetzt nachher noch mit allen hier dann sprechen bei Zeit. Und dann schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht. Ja. Nutzt ja nichts. Wir haben nur einige Dialoge vor uns dann. Und müssen halt schauen, wie wir mit den Sachen, was wir jetzt haben, mal umgehen. Dann sage ich auf jeden Fall schon mal danke fürs Zusehen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüssi.